got no wins, the pain gon' end, the stress gon' stop. On my way to the top, but we got no. I woke up, Trump president. No surprise, Moses for hate, sparking divide. Visions of lady luck, with tears in the eyes. Nation of bad seeds, no fruit on the vine. I be feeling like we live.
YouTube, what's happening? It's your guy Hitch, and before we get any further in this video, I have to first and foremost wish all of my African American folks a happy Juneteenth. On this day in 1865, we were finally emancipated. So take time to reflect, spend time with your family, celebrate, of course, protest. You got to keep those protests going, do whatever it is you have to do to enjoy the day. And secondly, shout out to my guy Trix and the Only in America brand for the Rosa Parks tee. If you do like the tee, I will leave a link to the website, to his website, where you can see his clothing line. And thirdly, it is still 4th of Low Friday, so happy 4th of Low Friday to everybody. I do have a question though. How many of y'all hate Team Jordans? I'm a fake hater. Now, for those of you wondering what the hell I'm talking about and asking yourself, what the hell are Team Jordans? Team Jordans started back in 1997, where Jordan Brand started endorsing their own athletes the same way that Nike and Adidas does now. And some of those athletes actually got their own signature shoe, like Eddie Jones, Vin Baker, and these bad boys, the Jordan Jumpman Team 1s, were one of the few kicks that jump-started that line. And damn it, I used to love these back in the day. Now, there's not too much to cover in regards to the colorway, because it is going to be your classy, regular black and white colorway. But the entire upper is made out of synthetic leather, and the color blocking is what makes this shoe stand out. In the late 90s, this was one of the best color blockings that you can find. And to be honest, I think it still stands the test of time. Back then, watching the Bulls play on WGN, and I first saw these, I actually thought they were 12s. And it's because this sneaker, along with a bunch of the other Team Jordans at the time, they took a lot of the design language from the 12s and implemented it in the shoe. The black synthetic leather will cover a majority of the upper, except for your medial side, starting at your toe box and then running back to the midfoot area of the shoe. On that toe box, you have a small triangle accent in white, and behind that you're going to have your white rope laces sitting on top of your black mesh tongue, and at the top of the tongue you have a tag that says Jordan Performance Brand of Excellence. On the sides and the heel of the shoe, you're going to have a few different details, starting with the gray lace eyelets on the lateral and medial sides. They both have Jumpman logos on them. And on your ankle and your heel, you're going to have the Jumpman logo bubbles. The one on the heel says Jordan Team Basketball. And personally, I've always loved the bubbles, but I think I like them more now because these bubbles stick out a bit further than they did on the OGs. Your heel collar is going to be black and white dotted mesh, followed by a white netted inside lining of the shoe. And down on the inside of the shoe, you're going to have your black insole with red Jumpman logo. And when you get back on the outside and you look at the midsole is going to be predominantly black with a little bit of white. And on your heel, you're going to have your red Jumpman logo. And then lastly is your outsole. Your outsole is going to be black and white with the red Jumpman bubble in the midfoot and your carbon plate. I mentioned earlier how the first time I saw these, I thought they were the 12s because of the design language that they took from the 12s. But it ain't just the 12s that they took from. They also took from the 13s. So if you haven't been able to see the similarities, I'm going to point them out for you now. So the first thing you're going to notice is the color blocking between the black and the white. You're going to have that both on the 12s and on the 13s throughout the upper. But from there, it gets a little bit deeper. So on the Team 1s, you have a lot of lines running through the upper and the midsole on both sides of the shoe. That's very well known on the entire upper of your 12s. From there, you're going to notice the tag on this tongue that says Jordan Performance Brand of Excellence. A very similar tag is going to be seen on the heel of your 13s, where it says Jordan quality inspired by the greatest player ever. From there, on the back of your Jumpman Team 1s, your outsole comes up into the midsole with a red Jumpman logo on the heel. When you look at the back of your 12s, same thing. The outsole comes up to the midsole, but it has a 23 instead of the Jumpman. And that's where you can then remove the 12s out of the equation and look at the similarities between the Team 1s and your 13s. And that goes back to these bubbles that I love. You're going to have the bubble on the heel, bubble on the outsole. When you look at your 13s, it's a bubble, but it's the Panther eye on your heel with the hologram 23 and Jumpman logo. Same thing on your outsole, bubble, but it's a hologram with the Jumpman logo. Back in the days, I had these, but I had them in the Flint gray colorway, and then I hated them. And I'm not sure if it was because of the colorway and I didn't have the colorway I wanted, which is this playoff colorway, or if I fell out of love with the shoe as a whole. But I have them now, so we'll see how that goes as time goes along. And I know most people think Team Jordans are trash, and or they think they're cheap version of Jordans, and that's not necessarily true. This shoe does provide you a lot of the same features that you are getting in your 12s and your 13s. You have zoom in your forefoot. You also have it in your heel. So that does mean that this shoe is comfortable. As far as fit goes, they fit very similar to the 12s and the 13s, being that they're a little bit bulky and they're true to size, kind of. They're spacey. So I did get these in my true to size 8.5, but now that I have my kind of would have preferred an 8 to have that more snug fit. With that being said, it is rating time. So on a scale of 1 to 5, I'm giving these a 3.5. I picked these up from Champs for $105. I would not be surprised if they went below $100 soon. These were a general release, so most people don't know they came out, and that would be a steal. The retail is 140 bucks. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and hit the notification bell so you know when I'm dropping new videos. But most importantly, I'm giving away stuff. I got a subscriber giveaway going. It's going to end soon. I'm giving away a Supreme Raider snapback. Also, Travis Heist in the Room snapback. So if you want to enter into that, go watch the Blueprint Air Force One video to get the rules to participate. I'm out.
Live dreams or push somebody else forward. Punch clocks, actuation for your boss daughter. Slave for a corporation, give me paranoia. You drown for them, they wouldn't jump over puddles for ya. Honest friends over yes men. Blinded by their stress, can't see your blessings. They killing kings, my degree not bulletproof. I'm still living Molly Ma, living proof. Only God knows. No. Only God knows. Only God knows. No.